Hello everyone, welcome on back to Edgewater, Saskatchewan. So right now I'm just getting some total mixed ration for the cows. They were basically completely out right when I started the new month. We are now completely out of corn. We used the very last bit. So that cornfield is not needed right this second, but it will be needed sooner than I had thought. So I think once we get this field finished plowed, see here, we have 3 fields that need to be sprayed off, and this one's coming up. It's not like soon, but it does need to be sprayed. This needs a lime. A couple fields need lime too. As it usually goes, I think production is out of milk. It's kind of just how it goes, it seems like. Every day we wake up, it's out of milk. So I'll have to get that filled up at some point. I think the truck is over here, I think. We got about 4 bales left of hay, so we got a little bit left there. We can definitely do at least one more feeding session. But we will be looking probably more hay sooner than I had thought we would have. Which is all good signs. It means that the cows, we're getting more and more cows, obviously. Starting to get some young ones. I got all the shed all, well, looking good now. All stocked up. Yeah, the bales, I've yet to find the location. I tried a little bit more and I couldn't find it. It says it takes straw, but I'm not sure where. Unless I need to make it loose, like a loose straw. Maybe it only takes loose. I don't. That would be my only thought. Then I could just put it right in the dump spot, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'm not sure because I don't think they take. Yeah, there's no straw down for food types. But I don't know. It's rather weird. We gotta finish that field to be in rock picked too. Oh, that one needs to be rock picked. I gotta raise the times. I was getting everything set up, so I kind of had it lowered. I don't think there's much left. It's just the edges, it looks like. That little bit there, and I think... Ooh. Almost crashed. I think there's a little bit on the that other side. I suppose the edges of where they turned around as well. Not too much, really, but... I'll have to get that rock picked. Yeah, that field definitely looks like it could use a good herbicide spraying. There might be some frame drops, just so everyone's aware. I was messing with the shadows and stuff, trying to get that weird, like, loading effect gone. So it might rebuild the shaders. It seemed to get better slowly as I was, testing it, but who knows? It seemed to be fairly good, at least in that, like, the house area. The house was kind of, I was doing the total mix. A couple thousand liters of that. We have 11,000 liters of lime. Be nice once we get some more stones in there, we can get even more. I haven't looked at our other fields, how they're doing for lime needs. I'm sure they're going to need it pretty soon, I would imagine. Maybe not some of the newer added fields. And the new fields will. Although we've already done the one. That's fine. You can just jaywalk. That's fine. And actually, since this was plowed, I'm pretty sure we won't have weeds in it this time around. I'm pretty sure when it's freshly plowed, it does not have weeds. It'll be a little bit less herbicide. Yeah, that's ready for another cut already. Plus, we already had that little bit in there. That one's needed for a cut. There's plenty of spots that need to be cut for grass. The green feed oats is basically grass from what I kind of have gathered. This might be the worst backing up job I've seen yet. Oh, this is fine. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, it just takes a couple tries. Those edges look good. Quite a bit of rocks in here, actually. I'm sure we'll end up unloading it multiple times. Yeah, the big section is right down here. Or bigger sections. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse finishing this up. And I'll try and get the rock picker in here, at least started. In that same time-lapse. So, I'll talk to everyone once the time-lapse is done. Welcome back, everyone. We just about already have a full container. I'll probably get this full, get it dumped into the stone crusher, and from there we go. I'll have a worker do some of this. Don't know how far they'll make it. There's a good amount of rocks in there. While I start working on the spraying. I'm not sure how well a worker does in spraying just because there's a lot of trees and stuff, which means a lot of things they could hit. And knowing the worker, they will hit it. So we will get that done. I would like to start working on some harvests. Just because that big field is probably a month out from, well, harvest time. And that once that big field is done, it's basically all hands on deck. It takes quite a long time to get it completely, well, done. I could probably move that mower. Pretty sure I had it there for quite a long time trying to eventually do this grass field. I just haven't even thought about it. Just kind of left it there and forgot about it. I think I'll have the workers start on this side and work its way that way. I think that's what I'll do. As always, I'll have some I'll have to clean up myself. But that's kind of expected, so I'll have them do that. Anything in the sales? That would be nice because it would be cheaper than another one, but we don't. A lot of our tractors don't have a front hitch. That's the same one we already have, actually. So I wonder what those are. I don't know. It's showing this yeah, that's wood chips. So I don't see the other one, but nope, that's not the way I wanted you to go. Hoping they do the long stretches. They're already quite full already, but sprayer in here? Yes, it is. I'll have to put that plow in a different spot too. I think I'll end up putting it kind of behind the spreader. That's just kind of how it went this time. Yes, I think it would just, well, the plow gets used a lot less than the spreader would. Sneak around here. Now this will be the field that takes a while to do. But thankfully, I can actually see the weeds a lot better than the last time we did it laid in. Oh, I almost, for some reason, I thought this would be wider. I think I'm used to the one on survival challenge. It's not that much wider either. It's probably 6 meters. I think this is 27. I think. Yeah, 27, and I'm sure the is it this one? Yeah. We could actually upgrade it to 33 for an extra $10,000. Oh, I don't know if that's really worth it. It's a lot of money for a couple extra, a little bit extra length. Real question is, will this like trip out and dance like the last time? Wait, is this? Oh yeah, just a bit over it. Literally just a bit. Last time we did this field, the booms just kept shaking randomly. But it appears that it must have been fixed, that issue. Maybe there was an update for the mod that I happen to not see. I usually try to keep the mods updated, but kind of also depends on what it is. Sometimes you don't want to update it right away. It's like a map, you know, you don't want, just in case there's any weird bugs or something with the update, especially if it's in a series. So all of a sudden you update the map and you're like, oh, now I can't, continue the series or something just because it stopped, something stopped working or whatnot. Well, if it's equipment, worst comes to worst, I can switch shit out with something similar or whatever it may be. Can't only switch a map out. Now, this is the field that takes quite a while. And it's not even our best field. It's really not. Those other smaller fields are honestly probably a better yield. Actually, what's the pH of this? Oh yeah. pH looks halfway decent. As if this field wasn't right next to our farm, I probably wouldn't keep it. The soil isn't like super fantastic. I'd much rather have something like this one here. I think that's about the same length or same size. It's 4.5. It's actually a little bit smaller, but would probably make that up in yield. What, 17%? That'd be quite a bit. I really don't think this field would sell for much even. 136,000. What can we buy with that? About that field. I mean, we can make good money out of the harvests. This thing, the soil types and everything, just they don't do well. The soil in this field ain't the greatest. But it's not a bad field to have. Lentils, peas. Make a good amount of money from it. Yeah, and I thought about putting more sugar beets in, but then I also realized I'd be like 2 months after the other ones. And if I was going to put more sugar beets, I'd want to put it so the harvest would be aligned. So that way I only need to rent the harvester once. And I can do everything. And plus I really don't know how many we'll get. Maybe we'll get so many that we really won't need it. Because I think the sugar beet. It's 2 sugar beets per 1 cube. That's about the same sugar beet cut. I'm not even sure how you get sugar beet cut. But that's not too bad. 2. I'm sure we'll get a couple thousand liters. Won't be too bad. We'll probably, in total, I'm sure we'll get 20,000 maybe. I know sugar beets can yield quite well as in like how much of a plant you get or how much of a crop you end up with. How well is that reindeer doing? Oh. They must have been full for a while, I take it. There's not much left. Not much, yeah. We'll get a little bit more into the stone crusher. I'm sure we'll be doing... Oh, when did that happen? Wasn't that just a plowed up field? Just look over randomly, it's already been limed. So I'm sure we'll be liming some fields soon. Liming usually doesn't take too long. With the width of the spreader. That's something in the 2 major fields that need it. The one we're working on now and the last pea field. I don't know. We gotta get names for our fields. This I was already out of stones, but 17,000 liters of lime. Although I'm pretty sure outdated data, and I've learned outdated data just means it needs to basically be of another soil sample taken. These will need it. So we'll get the worker back over here. They'll finish it up. They shouldn't need to be emptied out, I wouldn't think, in that small little bit left. It's possible it'll need to be emptied once more before it is done. But that is something we can take care of. But I'm just happy that pretty soon we'll be able to finally get this returned. We've had it several videos when I was only planning on having it 2 to 1. I think that was the plan. That's partially just because we ended up buying this field and I wasn't planning on it originally. So that kind of took a little bit out. Actually, I already did some of this. That took a little bit of extra time before we could get it back. It's significantly cheaper to keep it than it is to release it. This always takes a while for this field. I say always, even though I think we've only sprayed it once. I think it was once. Twice now? I don't remember. I feel like it's the second time, but we had to do it 3. Because we originally started out, we didn't have to do obviously that the first time. And the second time we put lentils into here, I think. Yeah. I don't remember if we did it then, but I feel like we had to have. Already blocked by an object. Dang, it's probably the pole. Unless, I believe we did like a light, shallow tillage. That's possible that that would cause it not to have weeds, but I'm pretty sure it's just plowing that makes it that way. Then we had peas back into here, and we did do that. I remember that because that was when the boom arms were dancing. Huh. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, I see where the worker went. Just see. Oh, I may not be able to see now. Yeah, it's in the river. I really don't know what to say. It seems to happen quite frequently. Get back up here, and then we'll probably end up doing it ourselves, I'm sure. Yep, figured. It seems just to work out like this. It's simple enough to get out, but I'm sure if we had the mud system mod on, it would probably not be that easy, though. Might look to have that on a future series, though. I think that would be a fun mod to have. Just because there's that risk factor of, you know, getting stuck. Yeah, there's not much here. I think I'll do a time lapse. We'll just finish this out and hopefully get that field done. And then we'll just have the 2 smaller fields to finish up for spraying. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
I'm sinking in the
Welcome back, everyone. We're just about done with this field, and then we have one more right after this. That again shouldn't take horribly long. We still have the rocks that need to be put in the stone crusher. That way that can be prepared for next video. Because we'll probably be liming, I'm sure. That field will need it. And that one way over there also need it for certain. I'll have to look at some of our other ones. Just in case it's possible that some of those will need it too. This one really needs it. I think I did a fairly good job, though. I try not to look while I'm doing it. Just missed a little bit on that side and a little bit there. I mean, the little spots. That one, it shows I missed a bunch on that edge, but I don't think it was that bad. I'm pretty sure I got most of those, honestly. So I thought my boom was over that center piece for a good majority of it, but who knows? Who knows? I might buy a front mower to go along with the back one. I'm not sure. This one doesn't have it. It needs to have a front PTO though, and that doesn't look like it has it either. It'll probably be easiest just to go and look at them. It is mediums, I think that's what I'm, yep. That does not have a front PTO. That was the John Deere, maybe? Maybe there's an option. Q series. I always thought it was the modded one we owned. Because there's so many options, it just assumed, but I don't see. Oh, this one does have it. Never mind. I should have looked at that. That one does. I feel like we'd be using it for basically everything then. Does this have an option for it? Be the same place. Wherever I put, there we go. Configuration. There is a front hydraulic with PTO. It's $5,000. That would do it for us. Then we could buy a, I don't know which mower to be exact, but one of these probably. This is probably the best deal, honestly. 9,500. We really don't need this many weights in the front of this. I think this was used, so, you know, probably just came like this. But we do have our workshop now, so we can freely, as needed, you know, upgrade things and change things. Let's go and get this returned before we keep more payments or anything on it. I'm probably gonna look to, in between, I'm gonna try to clear up this area over here some. Oh, mainly right in here where the pickup header is. To see if we can get a seed silo. We can also have some room behind that barn too. I'm pretty sure the seed one I was looking at allows us to actually dump into it. So I probably would buy it right from the co-op and just dump some in. It'd probably be a little bit cheaper, I'd imagine. I'll probably price it to be exact, but there's times I am wrong. The fertilizer one, I think there's multiple different options. Ooh, oh. I'm pretty sure I might hit a telephone pole. It's kind of cool because this field actually looks different from that field. Yet they were planted at about the same time. Huh. Maybe I put a wrong crop in there. That would be fitting, wouldn't it? The worst parts to spray are the outer edges. Always are. Hey, that field's ready. We did a contract in that a little while ago. Probably a decent amount ago now, but I don't know how many more contracts we'll be doing. We got quite a bit of work already to do. We got 2 fields that need a harvest. A couple of fields need to be planted. So unless it's a quick and short thing, I don't know. Might just be tough to do more. We'll see. So I think next video I'd like to get those fields limed. Won't take too long, and then probably get those 2 harvests done. And then probably end up planting a bunch, I'm sure. Hopefully I can get, I haven't really decided which crop really. I thought about doing peas again, but I feel like we consistently do peas and lentils. That's like the consistent factor. I don't really want to do the same thing over and over again. I could do flax again. I have not did flax in a little while, but really it just, the one time I did it, it felt like we didn't make much money from it. It's starting to go up. That's nice. Let's see here, flax. I felt like we made like 20,000, which is good. But for the size of the field, probably not. Where is it? It's probably towards the bottom. It's about in the max price right now, actually. Well, at the train. Like, the lentils, we did half that field, and we're supposed to make right around 19. And it won't cost nearly as much because we swathed it. Maybe it was 30,000 we made. I don't quite remember. Actually, I'll pick up the tedder while I'm here. Because that should go on the front. I should be able to pick it up at least. Kind of starting to really get a lot of stuff over here, becoming a catch-all at the store. Eventually they're going to become mad at us, so we'll get the header probably here shortly to me next video. Maybe I'll bring it over in between too. It should be all fixed up, so I feel sorry for whoever has to keep replacing that stop sign. I think it's the second time I've hit it this video. Oh, they should just have a crew that is always just sitting there, just prepared to fix the stop sign. All because I'm not stopping, mainly. So I'll probably end up maybe doing a little bit of changing stuff around here. I'll probably should move stuff into there. Don't really have much into the barn right now. We have anything cool in the... I always got to check just in case. Anything I should be worried about selling. We have a decent amount of it, but I think that's lower than what we sold it at last. Was it last video we sold a bunch? I mean, seeds are high, but holy God, that's actually high. It's quite a bit high, actually. When's our seeds sold at? Well, that's not going to show us much, but it's like $700 for buying. For us to buy them. That's per 1,000 liters, and I think that's about on average for a bag. Yeah. It's probably cheaper than the bags. I'm not sure about buying in bulk for the silos. Or I'm not really sure about that. But we'll probably get, maybe we'll get the silos here next video. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. It kind of depends just how much time we got and whatnot. But thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.